I received just today about Germany are not that positive, unfortunately. We were discussing the case of the FTT, financial transaction tax, and the evolution that that file is going is not that hopeful, in any case, not from my point of view. This said, coming back to the more general question, the thing is that the European Union has never been an axis between Germany and France. It always has been a tripod, three legs between Germany, who had the more federalistic view, France, Paris, who had the more interventionist view, and London, the more free marketeer, more competition angle. So yes, when the Brits are gone, I think it will make life more difficult for the politicians and the people who are favorable for the free market view, the competition view. They said the speech of Mark Rutte was mentioned already a couple of times, much to the content, I'm sure, of Caroline, who shares the same party with Mark Rutte, the VVD party in the Netherlands. Coming back to what Christopher just said, and the question, would Mark Rutte have said it 2 years ago? I don't know, but I'm happy he said it today, because it shows that perhaps the thing, what is needed is going to happen. The fact that the Brits are going could mean that a couple of countries are going to stand up and take that free marketeer view, that competition view really at heart and become the forefighters for it, because that's my true hope, that we will see in the upcoming months and years, the more free market thinking Nordic countries combining with the more patriotic Central and Eastern European countries, and making sure that they will come together to have a more sound economic policy in the European Union, or policies in the different member states. Because more than an institutional issue, I see that constitutional reform is the next question. I think more than a constitutional or an institutional question, the problem of Europe is cultural. You see that, in my view, at least, the European Union is indeed too interventionist, too socialist. Even more than an institutional problem, it is that cultural point of view. The fact that also in the public you don't really see a very sound, real pro-free market reaction. You see the both extremes. You have some people saying, oh, laissez-faire capitalism is bad, it only makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. You have the other extreme saying communism, we don't want it, except some intellectuals perhaps, but even for them it becomes more and more difficult to continue to say that communism is a good idea. What you do see in between is more and more, or a lot of people saying that we need a third way, free markets up to a certain point, and then state interventions after another. The problem in Europe is we look, or a lot of politicians look too quickly to these kinds of state interventions, and what do we see? More and more of them. More and more interventions, more and more taxes, more and more redistribution, more central bank intervention, and at a certain point it becomes unhealthy. So you need a check on it, and at the moment we don't have that check anymore. I wouldn't say that we are living in a planned economy, like in the Soviet Union, but perhaps a neo-planning economy, where you see that the state has a little bit too much, a little too high level of involvement. So I think we need to come back to the core value of the European Union, which is unity in diversity. In diversity. More and more we see that competition is seen as a bad thing, whereas it should be seen as what it is, the core fundamental principle of the European Union, the thing that makes things keep under control. We all agree that it would be a bad idea in the entire European Union to have only one airport company, or to have only one power company, electricity company, because we are against monopolies. We all agree that competition between companies is a good thing because it pushes the prices down. Well, competition between countries is also a good thing. It keeps taxes low. It keeps us sharp in a global economy. And I think that is what we should learn from Brexit first and foremost, is that we need to come back to that core value, that competition is what makes Europe great again.